Welcome everyone to Aspire to Inspire. The topic I want to talk about today is something I think is so crucial and so important to every single person, and that's going to be about creating your own personal vision. Something about this is so incredible and so impactful in our lives, and it's something we don't truly realize what we're doing. Everything we do should circle around a why or a purpose, a COS Own, whatever you may want to call it. Or otherwise, in our lives, we're going to be moving in a direction, but not somewhere intentionally. What it's often quoted is that we're always going somewhere. Everybody's heading in some direction, but only few people ever end up where they intended to be. And those are the people with vision. I talked a little bit last week about Aspire to Inspire and a little bit about what it is and what it's about. And I kind of want to talk more about how did I come to this conclusion? How did I come to where I was to where I am now? And then along the way, I hope that you kind of get the picture of, hey, this is how I can create the same vision in my own life. Why do we need vision? It's so crucial to help us keep us on track and in the direction that we want to go. Otherwise, anything that comes up, the decision can be up against anything. But if we have a vision, a clear purpose, a clear reason to why we're doing what we're doing, we can make a decision based on that vision, that why, that purpose statement, whatever you may want to call it. A couple other reasons I want to point out is there's a lot of other people that talk about this. This isn't my own guess, my own estimate. This isn't my own thing that I've pulled out of the air, but really there's a lot of people, a lot of good authors out there that talk about the importance of vision. Andy Stanley with Visioneering, talking about how to create and craft your vision and why it's important and how to do it. COS Own by Craig Rochelle, which is an awesome book, helping you kind of figure out what your vision is, because that's what COS Own stands for, that's what it means, and then how do you move forward with it. There's Start With Why by Simon Sinek. The whole purpose of that book is talking about what is your why, why are you doing what you're doing, why do people do what they're doing, why is that so important. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, and that one's super crucial. It almost spends 3 chapters talking about personal vision in different ways, and that's 3 of the 7 habits. Almost half of it is contributed about having a personal vision. Next, 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. There's a whole chapter, one of the rules talking about making sure that your voice is clear, that what you're talking about is you understand what you're presenting, what you're saying. The last one I want to pull up is 4 Disciplines of Execution. It's talking about focusing on wildly important goals, and it's hard to even have that if you don't know what goal you're really heading for. But once you just determine what your main goal is, what you're heading for, your vision, so to speak, then you can set up goals that actually achieve what that vision is. And this isn't limited. These are just books that I've read before that help shape my own vision, that help shape my goals, whatever you may want to call it, in my own life. And I highly suggest these. Readers are truly leaders. You learn so much by reading from other authors and what they say and what they're doing. What I want to start diving into is kind of how to create or craft this vision for your life. And as a disclaimer, I want to say it's not necessarily easy and it's not going to happen overnight. And you can write something, but over time it may refine, and we'll talk about that more as we go. I'm going to steal or borrow the COS Own experience for crafting this, because I think it's a really simple and easy way to figure out what your vision is for your life. The COS Own comes from Craig Rochelle's book called COS Own, and the word literally means vision. And there's a proverb that says, without vision, people perish. When there's no vision, nobody knows why they're doing it, what they're doing. They're going to go do something else. And he offers up this 3 circles that when you evaluate these 3 things, you can kind of figure out what your vision is. So your values, what do you value in your life? What are your spiritual gifts? And what is happened in your past? I'm going to offer up something a little bit different by changing spiritual gifts to strengths, because I think it encompasses so much more than just your spiritual gifts. There's so many other ways that you can bring self-awareness to yourself of understanding who you are. So first I want to tackle values. This is crucial and important. In 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey kind of talks about this more as what is your center? What do you center your life around? And of course, there's a lot of centers that could be really good, such as family or work, or work, not always the best one, but your family, you can be church. But when you center your life around those things, then decisions are based just on that. It can be shaky. It can be really unstable because those things change. But what he offers up is saying center your life around principles, or aka values, things like integrity or honesty. So what are the things in your life that you value that help you kind of figure that out? I value bringing value to other people, helping them develop into the people that they want to become. That's something I value. I value my family. I value spending time with them. And I value doing the things that are going to help me spend more time with them, to develop them and to love them. Some of the things that go into my own purpose statement as far as values is, like I said, developing other people. I value that highly. Or spending time with others, because that's how you can help develop people. You don't just walk up and tell somebody, oh, this is how you correct, and you carry on. You develop a relationship with them. So exploring your values. What do you love to do? What are you passionate about? Well, one of the questions that get asked is, what are things that make you angry, that make you upset? I remember being in high school, seeing so much potential around me, so many things that people are passionate about, but they're doing nothing about it. And it frustrates me, it drives me crazy, because it's like, you are able to do this. You are able. You can. Just do it, please. And this is what drove me to want even to do this, because I see the potential in other people. And it started just in youth, but I see that it goes into adults as well. They get passionate about, the environment or social justice or a number of other things, and the extent of what they do is just based off of post or sharing something. When in reality, we have the potential and the passion to do so much more. And realizing what you get upset over, what you get passionate about, really helps drive what your vision should be, and it's part of your values. Like, it drives me crazy to see people not do something that they love. It's right there in front of their face, and they're asking, "What should I do?" And it's like, well, it's right there, clearly. The other thing to figure out what your values are, what you're really passionate about, is what lights you on fire. Like, what gets you going? What would make you wake up 3 o'clock in the morning to go do something? I'm not passionate about waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go run and exercise. Well, there's some of you that are absolutely passionate about it. Now, what is something that you may stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning and have to be up at 5 or 6? What are those things that you're so passionate about that it doesn't matter what it costs to get there? These all go underneath values. But what kind of ties into it a bit is your past experience. What have you experienced in your life that kind of led you to where you are now? What helped me is I started a Bible study in 8th grade. And that was the first time I kind of got an idea that I loved leading other people, that I helped develop other people and see them make the most out of their lives. But at the time, I saw it really more of a narrow vision of youth ministry. Just a single spot, just a single what or how that I could do it. And it wasn't until later on in life, as I grew, that I saw a bigger vision for my life than just youth ministry or just youth. But really, it's the fact that all people struggle with creating a personal vision for their life and chasing after something they're passionate about. So over time, what may happen is you see instances in your life that you see these micro visions or little whats or hows that really fire you up, that make you excited about life and what you want to do. And you take those little experiences and realize, okay, what is the big picture that is happening throughout here that can help me understand what am I really excited about? And as I went to high school, the same thing happened as I got to help experience developing other people, even though I don't think I've done the best at it, and seeing the potential around me, like I said earlier, and that's another part. I was like, man, I really want to see these people excel and do what they love. So what are past experiences? There can even be some bad ones that kind of deteriorate and that kind of help you realize things that you need to stay away from. Or maybe they're the bad things that happen that make you passionate about moving forward. Lastly, we're going to kind of go into strengths. And this one is almost one of my favorite ones because all of this really encompasses self-awareness, understanding who you are and what your strengths are and what you're capable of. Because really, as you develop a vision for your life, you are self-aware of what you're passionate about and what you really want to do. And it's so crucial, and I think strengths are one thing that can really help you out. And it could be weaknesses as well when you find out what you're not as good at, but I don't want it to stop you from pursuing what you're passionate about. One thing I want to note is that not always strengths are going to equal your passions. A lot of times people, they grow up and it's like, oh, you're really good at dancing, or you're really good at drawing, or you're really good at math, and you should do something with those things. And it may be true. There's a high possibility that you could do something that you're really strong at, but your strengths do not always equal your passions. And I think that's very, very good to understand. I'm excellent at math, and there may be some things out there, if it contributed to my vision, I would love the math. I do enjoy budgets. I do enjoy seeing things add up, but it's ultimately not the biggest thing that I'm passionate about. I'm not as good at English, or at least so I thought. And I started writing a book. I thought it was something I was going to be terrible at. Granted, I'm not the best at grammar, and maybe my English isn't the best, but apparently I have a gift to write, and I never understood that. I never knew until I tried. So maybe at first I would have been seeing it as a strength, but I gave it a shot. I gave it to other people, and it's grown, and it's awesome. So I don't want you to think that, okay, since it's not a strength, that I cannot do it. Because in reality, there's a lot of times there's a lot of growth that needs to happen as you pursue what your vision is. Another example for my own self is I may not be the best speaker. These are not the best videos. It's not the best quality. There's so much into this, what I'm doing now, that I still have yet to learn and that I want to learn. I cannot say it's my strength. I cannot say it's what I'm best at, but I can say that it's like I am passionate about it. Ways that I am strong in this is using one tool that's called Strengths Finder by Gallup. One of my strengths out of the top 5 is developer. I love to develop people, and that help kind of confirm what I've experienced through my life, through my past experiences. And it helped me see that I was like, okay, I am a developer. It kind of confirms that. Another one is a relator. And so I love to relate to people, understand, okay, this is where you're coming from. Now let me help you figure out how to develop and continue on from that. Another one that's my favorite is connectedness. I see the connections between things. I believe there are very few coincidences. That's something, when something happens, like there can be a reason to it, and that we can connect it to something. But also connect other people to other things, or people to other people, all through developing or relating. And what drives these things, or one of them is intellection. I love to think. I love to kind of sit down and just think about things and grow and learn as much as I possibly can. And what drives all of these things is my belief, which is my 5th strength. That there's a belief that I have that is so strong that it helps me. It's actually a strength to me developing everything that I want to go into. So that's one tool. Another is like Myers-Briggs, understanding, okay, what's your personality type? What are you prone to do? What are you have a higher tendency to do? And this not only helps you develop yourself, but when you learn how to see these things in other people, you understand, okay, this is why this person ticks, or this is why this person works this way. This is maybe why they understand it this way and I see it this way. Because oftentimes a lot of things that happen that are conflict is people seeing things 2 different ways, and neither person is wrong. And understanding that, okay, we have 2 ways of seeing it, we can work this out. So understanding what your personality type is huge. Other strengths, it could be just natural things, writing, reading, art, whatever you may think. It kind of goes back into past experiences. What are you good at? And finding out what these things are. And now as you take these 3 things together and you look at all of them, what Craig Groeschel suggests is right here in the middle is where you'll find your vision. And over time, it's going to shape, it's going to change, and it's going to kind of change into something different. This is my vision statement. This is what I've written. and it's even changed a little bit over time, that I aspire to grow as an influential leader that inspires people to their full potential. That's the long version of it. And what's really short version of it is like, I aspire to inspire people. Like I've talked about so much is, I see you, the person that's watching now, more than likely we're friends on Facebook. And I see the vision or maybe something you're passionate about. And oftentimes inside of me, I'm yelling, do it, go for it. I want to see you accomplish it. And it drives me crazy on the inside to see people live life visionless, to see people live life not pursuing what they're passionate about, to live life work in, work out, go to sleep, go back and work this cycle, and then just blame that it's just a cycle. Like, it's just whatever, it's life. This is how it works, and it's just another day. I'm busy. And please do not. And that's why we slowly perish, is because we don't have the vision for our life to do something. Vision's going to carry you through the hard times. When it doesn't make sense or you don't feel like it, it's going to carry you through those times. When you have vision, it doesn't matter what resources you have or people that you have, you're going to try it anyways. I have nothing but a phone right now and a tripod. I'm lucky enough to use the space to do these videos, but I started a lot of them in parks. It's the resources I've had. I've used iMovie, which isn't a great piece of software, but it is good. And some of them, there's not even any editing to it. Don't let resources stop you from what you're passionate about. I cannot express this enough, and this is why I think it's so important for you to craft your own vision. So my question for you today is, what is your vision? What is your COS Own? What is your purpose statement? What is your why? Because when you figure out your why, it doesn't matter so much of how you do it or what you do, but as long as you're accomplishing that vision, it's going to be awesome. So with my purpose statement is, if I have to wash somebody's feet and I inspire that person to do something they love and it changes their life forever, it doesn't matter that washing a person's feet doesn't matter to me, because I accomplished the vision for my life. It can be a sort of number of crazy things. Obviously nothing illegal or out of the box, but anything that contributes to that vision. So that's what worked for me, even though it's not something I love to do and it can be boring. I can use my vision to help me make sense and make purpose out of what I do. The finances help me do the things that I love to do, and it helps kind of create a financial freedom for me to pursue my passion. Or the extra board time that I have really equates into time that I can write and produce content to present to you to help people become inspired. So despite maybe work not being great, if you have a vision, you can make it a part of your vision. This is why I can probably go on this forever, because I think it's so important and so just crazy important to do. So what is your vision? Take time to figure out what it is. It doesn't even have to be perfect. You don't have to have an exact science to it. Look at your past experiences. Look at what you value. Things that, ask other people, say, okay, what is it that I'm passionate about or that I talk about the most? And you get this self-awareness that helps you to see, okay, this is what I'm all about. This is what I really want to do. And I hope over time that, we'll figure this out. I don't want you to do this alone. I want you to do it with people. Ask others. Ask me. I'm more than happy to help you find out what you are passionate about and what you want to do and how to get there. And I'm hoping that, like I said last week, it's going to be a journey together. It's going to be a time that we're going to walk side by side as we accomplish the visions and the passions of our lives. And we're not going to just stay here. We're not going to just turn this video off and say, okay, that was really good, and move on. We're not going to watch another inspirational video and just say that was really good, share it, and act nothing on it. Instead, we're going to take what we've learned and move forward and say, okay, I'm going to move forward, even if it's just one step. Because a journey of 10,000 miles begins with the first step. It may take a long time to get there, but you're not going to get there until you take one step at a time. So what is your vision? What is your purpose? What is it that you truly want to do that you can't give up on, and you are just dreaming about it day in and day out? You may shape it, you may change it. Over time, you'll see maybe a bigger vision for your life, as I did. But it's really up to you, like, what is it that you want to do? So I aspire to inspire, and I hope that you are too. that you're inspired and what you do and what you're passionate about will inspire somebody else to be inspired. And then it will be a chain reaction to everybody becoming passionate about what they really want to do and doing it. So if you want advice, if you want more help, please stay tuned and please reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. Check out the other videos and look forward to more videos as we talk more about this, and just stay in touch. So thank you for watching this. Thank you for everybody who supports me, who's helped me develop my own vision for my own life and helped me realize what I'm really passionate about. So thank you guys so much for watching and kind of making it all the way to the end. And if you craft a vision, let me know what it is. I would love to hear it. Besides that, keep on keeping on. Have a great week.